tomorrow. Let's not forget where we're from, for the show us the way to go.
Up, 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 up. Yes, I. Steady life once more. Come in, family. Let's start, man.
Let's not forget where we're from, for the show us the way to go. You're the wind beneath my wings, see me through all of the things. You lifted me when I was down, now you have.
Yes, I. Welcome, 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 welcome back to the Steady Show. One and all, welcome back. I hope everybody is doing well. It's been a long time since we've spoken, family. And what a time to forward and talk to the people. You understand me? It's a time when we have to get together as a family and talk about our concerns. Thank you so much. Liliana in the building. Bless up in our family. I hope all is well with you and yours. I hope all is well with all the Steady family. I hope all is well with all Jamaicans. I hope all is well with all labor rights, all PNP, no P. Yeah, on a day like this, we are Jamaicans and we talk about what's really happening right now or what looks like it's about to happen. So it's not one of our usual political shows, even though we're going to still have to talk about the politics. Big up in us, Sonia Walters. Bless up yourself, same way. Chinbella, good evening and blessings to you and yours. I hope everybody is safe. If you're in Jamaica and you're taking precautions, just type yes in the chat. You know, if you're not in Jamaica, you can type no. You understand me? So, family, let us say a prayer for Jamaica during this time of uncertainty when, Hurricane Mellisa is building up. Last time I heard, and this was hours ago, it was somewhere in the Dominican Republic, Haiti area. I have an idea where that is. Yeah. And so I know all Jamaicans, we're just kind of monitoring the thing. So Chinbella says, yes, she's in Jamaica. So Chinbella, I hope you are taking every precaution that is out there. I believe on the television behind me right now, this press conference was held this morning. I watched it on PBC, led by Dr. Dana Dixon. And Dr. Dana Dixon was, they held this press conference just to let Jamaica know what's going on. We heard from Evan Thompson with the Met Service. We heard from Dr. Andrew Holness. We heard from Devon. We heard from Desmond McKenzie. We heard from Floyd Green, Matthew Samuda, and all the individuals that are there in key roles that when it comes to times like these, it's very, very important that, they provide updates and they tell us what to do. Thank you. See that Chimbella watched as well. So for the people who want to really get fair, watch. I'm sure it's on JIS, it's on PBC. I watch it on PBC. I'm sure you can see it. Make sure you're listening to, your reputable radio stations and everything for updates as it relates to what is going on right now. So, so the last time we checked, and I believe I saw about an hour ago that we had moved from, a tropical storm, that is out there, and we had moved up to, I believe it was a category 1 hurricane at the time, just based on how it is moving right now. That is where we were. You understand me? But this is expected to be something quite serious. If anybody has any more recent updates than this, you can let me know. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at the Prime Minister's Facebook page right now, and what he's saying, today I met with opposition Mark Golden to share our preparations for tropical storm Mellisa. So they're still calling it a tropical storm at this time. You understand me? Based on what's going on. And I did look at it. And you can see it on the thumbnail right there. So we're not at the point of a hurricane yet. However, we're expecting heavy rainfalls, you understand me, and strong winds. And of course, over the eastern parishes, we have to watch over there. So we'll talk about that more. Port Royal, places like those are places of major concern. Yeah? So, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, you said that we discussed measures in place to protect lives, infrastructure, and ensure essential services continue. And this is what the Prime Minister has always told Jamaica, that they're doing that, yeah? He spoke about the fact that the briefing focused on full transparency and national unity in the face of this severe weather or expected weather, right? I share the latest projections, in other words, what we see happening based on what's happening right now, what we're seeing as things develop. That's basically what he's saying. Yeah. Share the projections, right? It look like me gone from this. So let me just read from here. So again, all right. So I share the latest projections, shelter plans, and resources, emphasizing one clear message: prepare, act early, and protect life. I'm coming back to that part, right? Mr. Evan Thompson, one of the best, or if the very best that we basically have in Jamaica, principal director of the Met Services or let me just call it Met Services, because meteorological is quite a long word. You understand me? Service. And Mr. Richard Thompson, acting director, general of Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, that's ODPEM, and they provided technical updates on the storm and our readiness, right? I am urging all Jamaicans, especially seniors, persons with disabilities, and those in low-lying or coastal areas to finalize safety plans today and continue following official sources for updates. Pretty much what I just said a while ago. Greetings to Mary P. Cherry Berry, Sonia Walters. Greetings to everybody that's here right now. Greetings to those who are also, watching, but you haven't yet checked in. I want to say welcome back to the Steady Show. Welcome back. And I'm very concerned. So greetings to those in the diaspora too, especially people who own property and they're very concerned, or who have family, own property, and you're very concerned, especially if you're in one of those vulnerable areas. All right, so somebody is saying right now, good day, the rain is falling. And can you let me know where you're checking in from, the person that just said that? Melvita, how you doing, family? You understand me? Sabbath's blessings to you and everyone. Thank you, the very same to you. Family, remember to hit the like button, right? Hit the like button just the same. Hit the like button just the same. Yeah, so remember, if you're using a mobile device, just double tap the screen, register that as a like so that people can see the video, man. You understand me? So people, Steady family, if you notice, I've been doing short videos and something here and there, since we won the election. I what PNP is doing right now, I basically foresaw that that's what they would be on. PNP, they're going to be out here. What I noticed happening, because I now make video, I am not paying attention, And one of the things I noticed PNP is doing is they're acting as if they think they are the elected government. So they're running in front of the government. We saw especially Ian Hills the other day. Ian Hills jump out trying to capitalize on this whole situation, came and talk about there's no money for to take care of drains, blah blah blah. Yeah, never changes his spots. Exactly. Very few. Never changes his spots. Somebody say I'm living in Saint Martin, Dutch and French Caribbean island. You understand me? So greetings, Jeffrey. Good to have you. Yeah. So Liliana saying PNP is still campaigning. So yeah, man, they're saying that, and I saw the one what they call her, the one named Jess. I saw a video with Jess on Facebook, and Jess is talking about, the development fund that they're supposed to have. You understand me? Whether it's the PDF, which is the Parish Council Development Fund, or the CDF, which is the Constituency Development Fund. I guess she was speaking about, the fact that that money was used up. But as labor rights, we know that PNP, they are notorious for using taxpayers' money to run elections and do all manner of things. We've seen those things, right? And they're calling out all manner of things, but be assured, Jamaicans, conscious Jamaicans, whether you're politically inclined or not, we've seen, over the years where the JLP has done everything, and they've always done everything possible to make sure Jamaica is in a good place. And thank God that we have the JLP who always looks ahead. You understand me? So whether it is a catastrophe, no matter what is there, we have some kind of reserves to deal with it. We understand that, they're the double money now to take care of key constituencies and so on. So all of that is happening, right? Somebody say, you're in our thoughts and prayers up here in the US. Thank you very much. Somebody in the US saying that Jamaica is in their thoughts and prayers. So let us make sure that, we continue to pray for Jamaica. DHWR, big up yourself, same way. If the CDF is spent, it means that the MP did his work. Yeah, well, we want to assume that the MP used the CDF for the right reasons. I know that in JLP constituencies, they usually do it. In PNP, a lot of times, they don't do what they're supposed to do. Every time a disaster comes around or we get close, big up Victor Chin, big up to everybody. Somebody said before Jess did win, millions of the people, before Jess did win, she told Dion she going to put millions for the people in her constituency. See, the Liliana, what I heard her saying is that the previous MP, they spent up all that money already, so it's almost as if there is no money there. Yeah, man, so you know that PNP, they're going to come and they're going to politicize everything. I saw Ian Hales today, sometime after the press conference that was held. I saw him on a Facebook video. He was talking about, he did a video Wednesday and money was released Thursday. But what he's saying is that them have a whole lot of, sorry about that. They're saying they have a whole lot of drains in Western Westmoreland, and pretty much the money they receive can only clean one drain. But I don't believe that that's what's really happening, I believe that this is the same old PNP. Use up the parish council funds, and I want to talk about that too. Use up the parish council funds for all manner of things, including running elections. By the way, that was one of the things he was trying to accuse the Prime Minister of. You understand me, or the JLP of, that it seems all the money has been used up to run the election, so now there is no money. So they're still campaigning, And because this is JLP, big up, Father Laro, good to see you, family, blessings, you understand me? So because this is JLP usually just do the work and don't focus on the politicking, right? So if you notice what JLP has been doing recently, which I like, is that they've been putting it out there in the public the monies that they've disbursed to make sure. You understand me? I saw that too. Desmond Mackenzie, thank you, Liliana. He explained that. Desmond explained today that there are 13 sources of revenue that the municipalities they get to collect. In addition to funds that go to them, I believe that 33% of all are around that figure of all the monies that they collect. It goes right into the parish councils. And over the years, what we've heard is the multiple millions and billions that are unaccounted for in the PNP parish councils. And we know how that goes. So when you see them out there talking right now, we're talking about a situation where, according to them and what Desmond explained this morning, is that there is allocation for situations like this, you know. You understand me? It's a rule that they're supposed to follow. There's allocations, mean to say money supposed to go towards that. There is in the budget in the municipalities. There is money that's supposed to go toward specifically towards emergency situations, such as what's happening right now. And as Desmond pointed out, they have a way of using the funds for all manner of things, because as you know, PNP mindset is usually make we party with the rent, and then when we get the notice, we blame JLP. So I am happy to see that the JLP is putting out more efforts in correcting the narrative right now about a lot of the false claims and lies that come from the PNP. And what PNP people must understand, and this is whether you're a PNP or you are a JLP person, but you're not very responsible, right? Or you're in a business about election, or you're in a business about voting, or you're in a business about all of that, but you're just generally, you just have a very casual approach when it comes on to matters like these, because you think this is just for the Prime Minister to handle. I want to say, we all have to save for a rainy day. We all have to save for a rainy day, and we all have to budget, always keeping in mind that something can happen, and life, you never know what may come, right? So when you see, when you have people, and I heard brother Desmond say, you have 5 PNP municipalities that they have reported that they are ready and, they are good to go. Again, when PNP say, PNP, they love to manipulate the paperwork, but we just hope that, and it is sad that him say only 5 of them say so, out of all of the PNP municipalities, only 5, and look how much of them they have. You understand me? Please tap your screen and hit the like button, right? Only 5 of them say they're good to go. So the question is, what happened to the rest of them? So, as Dr. Andrew Holness pointed out today, we should not believe that there is unlimited money to do unlimited amount of things in Jamaica. Not with everything that we have to do. Somebody say, hi, Steady. You are back. Happy Saturday. Respect, Kaz. Thank you so much. Good to be back talking to everybody. Some Berry P says, tap your likes. Thank you very much. Just hit your like button, family. So, of course, this is just a talk, right? So, if you notice, I am not going as hard as I used to. And I always give the reason. We won the election. We won the election, and we're looking at other things, man. Most people don't know this, but, I've never been the one to want to have something to say about everyone. Most people who join the show, luckily you joined the show when the election was building up a year before or some more before. So that's when I go into that mode where I'm dropping videos after videos, right? So when we win the election, the goal is accomplished, and I am not going to be out here trying to counter everything PNP says. And the first reason I'm not going to do that is I am not that young. I I am not that young to keep up with everything that they have to say and run back at people such as Ian Hales. Because if you notice, what the PNP are doing, is that let's just talk, and we have to talk everything in a one, Cause so for the people who you love your details, and you expect me to come and give you more information than you already have at your fingertips, such as on Dr. Andrew Holness's page, on JIS, on PBC, on the radio, in the news, from your MPs. Listen, this is not the time to act as if you don't know. You're supposed to know what's going on. We live in a foreign, and I'm still with our own set of problems them up here, right? But we still concerned about Jamaica. So we come here and talk. So if you are here for the step-by-step breakdown of everything that is happening, this is not it. I decided to forward and have a conversation to talk with the steady family, and Jamaica and the Jamaicans, cause I might not be here, but there's a reason why my name is Steady. Steady simply means we're not the quickest, we're probably not the brightest or the sharpest, but we're steady. Like we know, we pay attention to what is happening, and we may not be there to talk about everything, but when it comes down to the things that matter, we go forward, even if it's a 3-minute video. We go forward and talk. So that's what I'm doing right now. So thanks to everybody who always supported the show, who's still supporting the show. Thanks to everybody. I'm seeing 155 visible right now. Thank you so much. Let's hear what the people are saying to me. So we're just a talk about what go on. Anybody have any thoughts? You can go ahead and share. By the way, you can, if you want to give me a call, maybe in the next, 20 minutes or so, you can do it. Probably gonna keep this for an hour or less, right? But somebody say these new PNP MPs think they would get money as they win to spend. Mr. Homer Davis spent the money that he got in his constituency. He did not get it to save, and he did the job. Thank you very much. I like that comment. I like that comment. You see, I'm gonna put on my glasses for this, right? You see, a part of why I have to stay away from the politics sometime, You see, when it comes down to a situation like these, right? And I look at how people voted. Like, let's do the two story in a one, because by now people are supposed to be inside and you already make your preparations, or you're still in the process of making your preparations. So if you're in the kitchen, let me know. If you're still working outside, let me know. If rain still a fall, you inside. If you're a cook, let me know. If you drink your tea or you drink your soup, you eat your dinner, let me know. Let's mix up the story in one, man. You understand me? So, you see, when you go over to, I saw Action Ann on a video she did, I think was yesterday. We're going to mix up the story, because a whole heap of things. And she was just telling the people, tell the people, say, take every precaution on you can. And we know that places like Portland, any hilly areas and so on, any mountain, any slopes, they usually are more prone to these things. Everybody know that where Jamaica is located, I believe I heard Desmond said today that we are in the top 5 countries when it comes on to or how vulnerable or how prone we are to experiencing serious weather situations, especially during this time of the year, right? But unfortunately, Jamaica is still a developing democracy, right? And a lot of people, up to the last election, it seems to me that a lot of Jamaicans clearly never understood what they need to vote for when they vote. But family, I must say this again, right? A part of why I don't come out here and a part of why I don't come out here fighting everybody and commenting on everything is that I am still steady at the place where I am really proud that Jamaica decided to keep the JLP in office, and for that I want to say congrats. And we see the bitterness of the PNP. We see it, you know. We see it. Walk out in the parliament last week. I did a video on that. We see it. We see them on social media. We hear the lies. We see the questioning about, funding from Carib Met and CMEX, and even when I'm seeing it. I am seeing it, folks. Right? If anybody is a Taurus or a Earth sign, we know. Me's a Taurus youth, which means to say, I'm good with people, but we observe things. I am seeing it. I have always observed more than I say. Enough things we observe. We're not ready to talk about that yet. There are things I've observed. We're not ready to use that until probably in the last year leading up to the election. I'm seeing it. I have to do new research. I have to get new information because the election we won on September 3rd, we cannot come back with the same strategy in 2030 or whenever they call it. So we are watching the game. You understand me? Again, 3 stories in one. But the point I wanted to make is that when them vote out people, good people who put it out there, who do the work, I want to vote them out because I want to prioritize on a party. You see, when things like this happen and the truth now comes out, everybody want to come and say, no, man, we are all Jamaicans, and we are all Jamaicans. Let us not be, but we still have to be responsible. We've been doing this in a school how long? Some people just want to have fun. And when it comes down to crunch time, some people never do no study. Or they study at the last minute. They study in a way that they know that's not conducive to, what they would face in the exam. And then when exam day come, you understand me? Everybody said them they go pass. But when they check it now, 30% of the class pass or pass with great scores. A lot of other people fall off because, Jamaicans will love the vibes already. And even a hurricane. The Prime Minister warned about that today too. No playing out there, no rain, no playing no football, no playing no this and that. We heard the story already. Jamaicans are complaining, said they're supposed to go to work. Them say hurricane are come and they miss work. We know how this works in Jamaica, Right? We know how this works in Jamaica. But the people who take precaution, you understand me? We just hope that more people will follow those individuals and do what is right. So, big up again, because the people who voted for working MPs, and you have a working MP, or councillors or whoever, give thanks. You understand me? And where your MP, whether JLP or PNP or any P whatsoever, MP, councillor, anybody, where they're not taking care of things, make sure that you draw that to their attention. Talk to them about your cares or your concern. As Dr. Andrew Holness said, everybody won't get what they want. As him say, every drain is not going to be cleaned. Right? Every drain now go clean. Because when you think about it, especially these PNP strongholds, Dujan, may I hear say, by the way, big up to Dujan and big up to everybody else who continue to do the work. You understand me? I hear Dujan saying that when it won't be long before Eastern Westmoreland, that it will be 50 years since Eastern Westmoreland they've been in a PNP hand. And George Wright did what he did the other day. They still voted out George Wright. So PNP have a lot of work, especially in a lot of these areas that you know, they even if JLP run the era, them or JLP lost those seats. JLP never entered those seats for very long. So when you have years upon decades of work that wasn't done, right? And money is spent doing that kind of work and still a lot of work left. What you call to people who've been there and they saw how PNP waste taxpayers' money, right? But they still vote back in PNP, whether they sold their votes or not. So when it comes to situations like this, you hear some money run out because them use the allocation. The government cannot hold nobody hand and tell them what to do. What they need to do is to stop putting money into the parish councils and other people's hands and make some laws. Since Mark Goley love talk about law and putting in law, let us make some laws that govern strictly. Let's put the Integrity Commission on everybody. Let us see what's really happening. Or whatever bodies you have out there. Come Mark Goley, come root for this. And again, more stories I want. We saw Andrew Holness met with Mark Gold him explain that they got together, they got with the professionals, they agree on the way forward, them do everything, but we know that it won't be long before the complaints and the foolishness start because PNP is going to politicize it. So one of the reasons why I make sure I can talk on this today is that I want to politicize Hurricane Mellisa just like PNP is doing because just what we saw it in Beryl, you know. Mark Golden, we not see him no way. But him a walk round and him a inspect. Mr. Opposition Leader, the man who's been paid all this money, Mr. Opposition Leader, who shall remain there. We want to hear good ideas and suggestions from you. If this is just about criticizing the government, that not going to work. That is not going to work. And see, they decided to keep Mark Golden because all PNP business about politics. So I strategically forward to come talk. If you notice, you know, the usual trend, a lot of people are watching. Few of them are hitting the likes because PNP always a watch over here. But forward over here for drop some word pound too. We know enough of you always careless and take responsibility. We are saying that we are aware that uno get money. Uno get money. See them a double up the money they for uno. Them uno get money for take care of the constituencies, take care of the vulnerable constituents. You've been warned. If you live in a Port Royal, try to relocate. People in like a Kingston and St. Catherine, those places, take extra precaution. We're learning that like Trelawney, St. James, you know, St. Anne, they're not as vulnerable. But remember, they're saying that we are expecting, this was 11 o'clock today, we're expecting heavier rainfall than we've seen in any other hurricane before. You understand what I said to you? And that's what it's developing into, right? We're seeing that. So again, take precautions, as they say. Be careful. I made some notes today off of this thing, but let me hear what the people are saying first, right? Because this is a 10 story in our one show. You understand me? Let's see. We are going to the 4th and the 5th. We have to keep the JLP in the government. Good day, Mr. Steady. I miss you. Thank you so much. We won the election. We win the election. You understand me? So we're watching the government work and we're watching the opposition complain. Because it is crazy to me that PNP, they've been so irresponsible. Yet they've voted them in so many times. But Jamaica, it's a new day. And I want to say big up to all the content creators, whether it's on TikTok or YouTube, whether Munchie B, whether Kelsey Wellesley, whether a Gabby. You understand me? Enough of them out there, you know. And I'm telling you, the young people, they're getting it now. And they're charting the way for, you know, the new generation that must come up and understand how politics work in this country. And I'm watching them, you know, right? And now, I am not here trying, me take off the crown because I win the 3rd term already. I am watching the younger people and I'm watching what they're looking at. Right now, I'm busy following the younger content creators who are now, them have the more energy and stamina than me now. Listen, a lot of the energy that a lot of people think I can come and out here so I give. I can't give that. I already gave that to the corporate world, you know. You understand me? I can't come out here and be on everything. We already give that to the corporate world. So what we're using now is just insights and just dropping wisdom just from a place of love and care. You understand me to say, let's just take precautions and let's do what we need to do. Again, you understand me? We're just talking to the family, yeah? All right, we've been on for 35 minutes now. Let's go. Somebody say, God bless you, sir. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Bless you too, family. Somebody say, I just give thanks how Jamaica did not have to beg. That is it. You remember those days. You remember those days on the PNP. And if you're young and you're here, and you're unaware and you're here, in the past, what used to happen, you see the same fun where you hear Ian Hills talk about. And these are studies, right? What they used to do is they come and they say they want the allocations because they want money for clean drains, this and that. They come up with some plan. And before you know it, one bag of money disbursed to the PNP. But the money does not reach the work. PNP is known, this is on the government records, this is on the books. PNP, they are known to take money for emergency. You remember what happened in a Hurricane Gilbert? Jamaica can't forget that. The funds that are supposed to be there to take care, of emergency situations, they are used to fund party interests. Now we're seeing the difference on the JLP. We don't have to borrow no money, and now we can even give more money to do it while we're developing the country. Responsible government behavior. I am saying to you, family, and to us, it matters that Jamaica land we love. It matters that the JLP was voted in for the third term for the first time in history. Big up again, Jamaica. One thing, I don't move the goalpost, I don't run with every wind, I'm steady on what matters. What matters now is what matter, If you hear said this a hurricane are coming up, and the only thing you concerned about is, missing some money at work, and we know money is important. We're not going to bash that. Some people don't have no house, so they don't worry about no roof where you blow off. Some people not pay no bills, so they don't worry about people's property get damaged. People decide for loot in a hurricane, and people decide. Some people don't care. Some people love when the hurricane come. For say food for roof go and blow off. Because the bad mind never stop in Jamaica, People want people roof for blow off. Who for house stop they want blow off. Who for horning they want blow off. Who for house they want blow off. Them a watch who living at the board house. Them a watch who have zinc. I saw Jamaicans drop it more while, So, even though we're telling people to protect life and property, life being the priority, you have some people hoping, say, the worst will happen. Just like how you say PNP never want nothing good for Jamaica yet. It's the same thing. Enough of them wouldn't mind things happen so they can turn around and blame the government for mismanagement. Hey, it's a political channel. It's not a weather channel. Okay? It's a political channel. Yeah, man. So this is a 10 story in a one we are talking today. Let's talk to the people in the chat again, right? The green team is the better team, of course, Davnet. The other side, not ready for this yet. No, they're not. And thank God for the ladies who've always been conscious. The ladies make sure, the ladies and the young people, they make sure them play for them active part in making sure the JLP win. And big up to the conscious man, them too. We play for them role. We're still going to talk about it. It is going, you see, and not even 2 good months since we win the election. Well, 2 now, right? September. Not even 2 good months yet since we win the election. You understand me? I say, and see what go on there already. So it matters that we keep the government in office. And I'm trying my very best not to even talk about what is happening over here. So, because I'm a 10 story now one, because this is a steady family conversation. If anybody was watching television last week, or if you're here in the States, you would see that they had a No Kings protest last Saturday, right? All across the United States, I believe they say over 7 million people came out protesting. And what was that all about? They're protesting against the current government. They're protesting because of the policies and everything that's been put in place. And a lot of people are feeling the strain, right? I saw today on the news where a lot of people in Jamaica got caught up in a scheme where people promised them, say, for such and such a money, you know, they can send them passport or whatever, them are going to bring them in on work program and all of that. And apparently this is done by people that are overseas. So people overseas are scam people in Jamaica because things overseas is not the same anymore. You understand me? And even in my own experience, I have reasons to be looking at a lot of things. Right now, it's a rough time to buy a house in overseas here. So a lot of people are crying out. People on both sides are crying out. But if you don't understand how this thing is running right now, you know, say, it's not very wise to come and criticize things that, you understand me, you best leave alone. But I have to talk about Jamaica because when it come down to it, I can come down there and I can say anything I want about PNP or JLP or NEP because that's where me come from. And if it is that I have to end up back in Jamaica by force or whatever, you understand me? The Andrew, and nobody who is the government then can't tell me, say, me can't stay down there and me have to left and never go deport before Jamaica. Because me open my mouth and me say things they don't like. No. In a Jamaica, me have a privilege, so I have to think about yard. Me have to think about yard right now first. You understand me? Just eat some nice ackee and saltfish yesterday with some white rice, because we love that. And we eat all of Jamaican food. So we mind always depend Jamaican because we still do very Jamaican things. So that's a 10 story in a one situation, right? But the fact is, family, you vote for responsible government take care of you. You understand me? And I just hope that we don't have no JLP, MP, and councillors slacking off. And we know, because clearly we had the best of the best that won their seats. A lot of people never deserve to lose their seats. Now them run go put constituency in a Jess hand. Then put in the ISAT hand. Tell me, what are these people doing? All these MP, Ian Hill still are running mouth. All of them elect all of them for run them mouth. That's what they choose. You understand me? And I feel bad for the JLP voters who live in at these PNP constituencies and strongholds, who will have to suffer a lot of times. You understand me? Yeah, in a time like this, you know, it doesn't matter whether JLP or PNP. Everybody, they have to step up to the plate. Let us say that, right? But we also have to call a spade a spade. Yeah? If you never have your lunch as soon as you reach a school or work, you know, have no money for eat lunch at lunchtime, and it's a habit of yours for name your lunch as soon as you reach. You understand me? You have to deal with the consequences. Somebody always can take out for them lunch and share with you. You understand me? So we have a government that makes sure that they put plans in place for emergency situations, right? And so we can say, thank God that Jamaica as a as a general rule, we're in a good place whereby we can plan better for what's coming. But just remember, so no matter how much the government plan, it's still going to be up to the people to decide what they're going to do. Somebody say, I'm glad I changed my address from Western, Westmoreland, see there to Kingston. Somebody say, I am sure some people sorry. Yeah, man. There's a call never know the use until they lose it. You understand? Hey, listen. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of things that they regret. You understand me? You have some people that love to party with the rent until they realize. And I'm saying, let them hurricane to the people who decide to go back to PNP. Let the hurricane and let their behavior be your guide and your manual about what you voted for, because what you get is what you voted for, right? Your vote was your ticket to what you get. That is your ticket to the movie that you get. Is a ticket to the show that you go, that you get. It's your ticket. Your vote was your ticket. So the politics that I am interested in more than any other politics, is the politics of liberty, not the politics of philosophy, right? Not the politics of color, the politics of liberty. I'm here right now, and if anything go on with my property in a Jamaica, I have to stand responsibility for that. The politics of liberty, so now because we're not there here, we're not down there, that don't mean to say we don't have responsibility that we're very concerned about too. We have family too, and all kind of things. The politics of liberty. You have to vote for a government that will act in a responsible manner and that put measures in place to make sure that we don't sink and go under. You look at the people with these extreme policies and they don't put good plans in place to move with the times. You look at Haiti and you look at Cuba and you use that as an example. Last week I was looking at a video and I had to take bad things back laugh because so the economy in Canada is not very good right now. Right? And somebody was talking about the fact that, at the whole heap of England, the whole heap of people from India and all over, them overpopulate Canada. Popular places like Brampton. I've been there before, right? I think, I've been to Brampton once or twice. I think it's once, right? And been to Brampton. And they said, no, they're calling Brampton Bangladesh. And everybody know that that's reference to Bangladesh in India, right? So I said, I never even knew, right? Economy overrun by these people, and it's a problem. Jobs are hard to find. Job hard to find. People can't pay their bills. Houses cannot be bought. It matters that you have good government in office. And Jamaica has been outperforming a lot of first world countries. You understand me? And places in the region. And who did know? Look at Jamaica. Jamaica, where we were a laughing stock of the world under PNP because of the irresponsible government that they are and the corruption that take place under them government. It matters that the JLP are run right now. So we're going to always talk about it because we know that PNP is just hoping that bad things happen so they can come. And we know that when people in a bad situations, because when your roof blow off and you're stuck in the house and all manner of things are happening, you're not thinking about your political party, you're thinking about your family. We're saying that this political party put measures in place for responsible people to be able to deal with, tough situations when tough situations arise. And There is no way that we're going to go back to the PNP money grabbing politics, who, especially when it came on to Hurricane Gilbert, PNP make sure they use the money that they're supposed to use to take care of Jamaica, go open zinc factory and go decorate themselves off with all kind of furniture. They were living big because as far as them concerned, they only need to win the election. And clearly they did a lot of things in an attempt to win the election there that they didn't work. So now, every little thing them do, them up on camera. We're doing this and we're doing that and we're doing the third. We saw what happened to the one in Homer Davis's constituency the other day. I hear a lot of people talking about it, making all manner of claims, forgetting the hard work in Homer Davis. But one of the things I wanted to say earlier on, because I like to use time and I like to cover a lot of things, right? Is, you know, say we're ungrateful make happen to. You see, we see when people are ungrateful, God don't like ugly, you know, God don't like ungrateful. But I don't want to touch too much. Why would you vote out a good MP to put in people who you know they're not going to do as good a job just because you like the party? Quite frankly, you understand me? I just want to know at the end of the day that this thing passes over. But people just understand that you get what you vote for, right? Somebody say, he shall remain there. Of course, I'm sure I'm sure the comments gone left me a long time. Somebody said, that's right, Mr. Steady. True words, you understand me? Good afternoon, sir. God's richest blessings always. Thanks for caring. Thank you so much, family. I appreciate your kind words. You understand me? Somebody said, I just saw a video of 74-year-old man who live in St. Thomas. I know he will not make it. I hope he gets help. I hope that they help him. You understand me? And as Dr. Andrew Holness said, let us pray, because we're praying people in Jamaica. Let us pray that this thing, you know, it loses its strength and that we do not get the full impact of what seems to be on the way. You understand me? I like to speak down on the hurricane. It's pending. It seems to be on the way. We're likely. I don't like to say. I believe the words we speak, they have power. You know. I rather let us speak and say what is likely to happen. You understand me? And let us pray and make we rebuke the storm. Those who know if we pray and rebuke the storm and tell us, listen, go somewhere and go dissipate, go get lost, but do not go and claim no more lives and no more property. You understand me? Let us still pray. We believe in praying. Let us pray. Somebody said, big up yourself. Like when you are on. Welcome. Thank you, Sandy. You understand me? My brother, Jamaica 87. Big up yourself every time. Thank you, sir, for always doing the good work. Mr. Hall from Canada, thank you for checking in. Let me heal up some people now. Samuel, Jacqueline, you know, Davnet, I've called some names before. TB, make sure you don't end up in what do you mean? I'm not going to read the rest of that. Valentina said, welcome back, steady. You understand me? So some people, I like to read first because some people just come and they say things, you know. Somebody say, so much true, sir. True words. Thanks, Jeffrey. You understand me? God bless Jamaica and Jamaica land we love. I agree. We'll look a bit, but with Talawa. Yes, we are. Somebody said, bless steady. Big up Fernando, same way. You understand me? They made big promises without knowing how it works. Absolutely. Big promises. As a matter of fact, this is why I want to do the stories in one, you know. When I do stories in one, it kind of remind me of when one Taurus somebody get angry and then just let out everything by you one time. I tend to be like that sometimes. I am observing how they are, you know. They're on the cameras every day. This is what we're doing. These are the updates. This is what we're doing. These are the updates. I've worked with people like this in the corporate world. And let me tell you what they do. It's called CYA. It's called cover your ass. Cover your ass simply means to say, even if you're not doing it, you understand me? When you're failing at it, whether deliberately or not deliberately, the cover your ass simply means to say, when they come in front of the camera and they say, money is not enough to do this and money is not enough to do that, and we don't have the money to do this and we don't have the money to do that. All the while, this is them conditioning their people to not expect too much out of them and to blame the government all the while they are taking care of who they want to take care of. This is how PNP always do the thing. You understand me? I said to you. And these things, they must be spoken about, because if the fridge did full of food all along, food, but somebody decides, say, as soon as you shop on Saturday, everything must name off on Saturday or by Sunday, and then Monday emergency situation come on Tuesday next week or Wednesday, and now you want to talk about you don't have no food. No, you need to manage your gut or manage yourself. Right? Responsible government. And with all of the investigations and the call-outs that the PNP they've been doing, and when they were not able to prove after running years talking about the government, accusing the government of this, accusing the government, calling out this and calling out that, to make it look like, say, them care about corruption. All the while, if PNP did I run the government right now, all you would hear is that JLP never left enough money for do this, that, the third. Oh, no, study Mark Golden. As he said, Mark Golden, I don't care in him for people. Right? No care for the people. Mark Golden is lying about the simplest of things. Look at the drama in a parliament the other day because they would not follow the rules. 10 story in a one show this. If you don't belong to the steady family, you're not going to appreciate this. Right? Mark Golden run in front of the media, they're complaining. By the way, you notice how the media have been moving. I notice everything, you know. I am looking at the headlines, you know, of all the media houses, whether Nationwide, the Gleaner, or whatever. We hear about this thing with the Observer and the Gleaner. We're looking, you know. Everybody is strengthening up the thing because, as I said before, the Tapanaris and some people, they've gotten so used to the PNP being in power that now that the JLP has won a third term for the first time, what they're doing right now is they want to start early because they know that a fourth term is what it is the fourth term is already loading. So that is what they're trying to get ahead of. That's the reason why I do my shows the way I do it. The fourth term is already loading. It'll load up as we speak. That's a freedom problem, not our problem. So they have a problem because they see it. So they're miserable. So everything coming, they're going to get worse, you know. They're going to get worse than the last time. This is this desperation. If you notice, Mark Golden is moving with a little pep in his step now, you know, because he won back the seats, they lost none. And in a theme mind, 7 seats differential is not very big. So him a move like him think him now pretty much equal to Andrew. The same kind of attitude he had in the local government election that he lost, him feel. So now, you're going to see them at, what me see them at try for do. But see, PNP, I said this in the last season because this is how we're going to look at it. That's the last season. This is a new season that we're in right now. In the last season, I said that you saw where they started to imitate the JLP, including the handbook that they came up with. That's what they were doing, right? Imitating the JLP. So when you see them now, Bishop doing Vaz giving all kind of updates on what's going on in Western Westmoreland, trying to make it look like they're starting everything they're doing from scratch. Nikisha tried it the other day. She got called out for it. And a lot of them, they're out there and they are saying a lot of things. Why they're on the camera so often and why they're in the media and the media keeps pushing out all these different narratives is that PNP is rebranding themselves. They're not changing, you know, but a lot of people don't understand the difference between change and rebranding. You understand me? Rebranding come like when We had what? Cable and wireless, and then they changed to what? What in the name again? They go to B Mobile. What they name it now? Flow or whatever. All kind of name changes. That is what you call rebranding. Same product rebranding. So what you see in PNP is not a better PNP. But this is what they're studying right now. They're trying to stay ahead of the game. So everything that happens, and I like Ian Hales never know that the Prime Minister was going to come and address things as usual. These things have been addressed. The Prime Minister has always, the JLP, they've always stayed on top of these things when it comes down to dealing with disaster and all of that. So when the Prime Minister is away doing other business and there is this sudden development, here they are running in front of the camera to make it look like they care more or they're more interested in the affairs of the nation. No, what they're doing is what they call a cover your ass. They want to cover themselves. And they want to convince gullible Jamaicans that they are more caring and they are more concerned. So PNP now is like the man where had nothing for offer. A married woman with her husband who responsible, but the man may be hardworking and she lonely. You understand me? PNP come in now and say, oh, I love that man, I love you, I love you more, Look how you look good in your work. They come at PNP, come like the work husband, You understand me? And the body that the community will holler, if him want a chance, but when the woman decide to give the man a chance, the man can't pay bills. You understand me? The man no responsible, the man no caring. You understand me? That's a freedom mentality, The dog will run down the car with the barking, and when the car stop, the dog can't do nothing. So a lot of barking. I was hoping not to see Ian Hales back in the parliament, but Western Westmoreland, we're not letting ourselves down and let down Jamaica. Me now come out here so come vote for Western. You know, you're not going to hear me coming. Me not come put Westmoreland problems by my head, I am not putting Hanover upon my head. Right? I am not putting East Portland on my head. I'm not putting Slowly constituency. Me not put them upon my head. I am not putting some of y'all on my head. The reason I not do it is because I know better. But I choose to do what I want to do. But may God help us. And may God spare JLP and PNP. This is not a hate talk. Yeah? We're just saying it is what it is. And I'm saying to you, when you move away from a responsible person and you go to an irresponsible person, there will be consequences. When you move away from a responsible MP and responsible councillors to choose people just because you love your party so much or just for little handouts, right? There are consequences, but the media is out here for us all to look at the examples that are there to show that what you vote for is what you get. Or there will be no perfection coming from the JLP. Not from Andrew Holness, not from Desmond, not from any of them. As I heard Floyd Green say today, Floyd Green say, protect life and we will help protect your livelihood. Right? That's what he said. You understand me? So today, in the press conference, as I come to a close, you understand me? Trulani St. James Hanover, you understand me? To a lesser extent, we should still see rainfall. You understand me? Possibly in a sense, and it's going to be all over, but you understand me? Those places probably going to be, and I've said this before, I'm just repeating some of the notes. I took hilly areas prone to landslide. You understand me? Hills, slopes, wind tend to increase over hills, so you understand me? Only just watch what go on. You understand me? Strong wind possibilities on the south side of Jamaica. You understand me? 50 to 25 inch of rain. People like farmers, you understand me? take every precaution that you can take. You understand me? We heard that this hurricane is a slow moving system. You understand me? Brace for anything that might come. You understand me? Remember to help people that are in need. You understand me? Today is the last day to prepare for what's coming, if it ever comes. You understand me? Finish your preparations today. Matthew Samuda told us, you understand me? It's not time to panic. It's time for preparation again. Prepare to prepare. You understand me? If you fail, what am I always say? If you fail to prepare, prepare to fail. You understand me? Mid service tell us, you understand me? Listen to what's going on with the JIS, local government. Desmond already tell us that they're getting money in the municipalities, so them supposed to take care of them. You understand me? And we expect people to load them up when they not do them work. You understand me? Matthew Samud, water distribution that will be taking place. Floyd Green talk about the agricultural style. Who can harvest them crops now? Harvest them to minimize losses as much as possible. Make sure you say you take care of on livestock and move them to a place where, you understand me, you don't have no drowning and none of those things taking place. You see me, I say to you? And the impact will be significant on agriculture. So we're looking for data to come up with all kind of claims, should it come. So just look for these things because they surely will come. PNP never changes. The leopard never changes their spots. You understand me? But all the local authorities, they are they're on top of things. You understand me? Brother Desmond said, God help those who help themselves. So remember to help yourselves, people. These are just some notes I took today, just kind of watching it and doing my business. You understand me? So money's been disbursed to contribute to cleaning drains or whatever. You understand me? You're encouraged to take down billboards and human missiles, people in the construction. You understand me? Be careful right now because, all of these flying debris and all of that, it can be very, very dangerous. You understand me? Funds disbursed, watch yourself. So money there. So who never use them funds already? You understand me? People, do what you must to protect one another in a full constituencies. And this go for JLP and PNP. You understand me? Brother Desmond pointed out the fact that they use funds for other issues in many cases. You understand me? And they're giving them additional amounts to take care of things, but you understand me? Watch the thing. Remember, property tax, trade license, local government, 13 sources of taxes go to the municipalities. So they should not be saying that they're not getting money from the government. It is time that we hold the people that we elect responsible. And with local government election that is coming up, Jamaica, or know what to do, or do the right thing and stop playing fools. Use your votes to keep the government that is going to take care of your family. Do not vote for the people that you like to party with. Vote for the people that will ensure that your community is cleaned up and that after a disaster, you understand me, the place can clear up so that we can go back to being productive, right? And continue to build up the country. All these things they're telling us to do. You see me, I say? Dr. Andrew Wallace, he gave basic things. He said, keeping a document safe, on a prescription, on a land title, on a passport. And we know that Mark Golden and for them set of people, them such as, the Azans. Remember the Azans' daughter the last time? They came and make a video and said they're not like us because when the hurricane came, they were able to fly out on a private jet. Big up to all the people them on the steady show who you and your family who not have no private jet, so will be flying out or already flying out or you're on your way. Congratulations. But most people are not like that. You understand what I said to you? So the last minute shopping, avoid that thing. Keep your household safe. Man, them take care of the ladies, them please. Take care of the children. As Karen always say, remember to take care of the children. You understand? Take care of the children. Man, them take care. And I think them, the strong ladies that will be doing it by yourselves. Work with the good people in your community. Men, women, the young, everybody come together and get it done. One thing I love about Jamaica as a whole is that in spite of what's going on in the politics, and this is the thing that this is one of the reasons why I never wanted to see somebody like Mark Golden in leadership again. We know that, and the show done now. So this is me 10 story in a one until we cut off the conversation because we're over the hour. But this is the reason why I never want to see people like Mark Golden in the government. We know that bad for bad. When it comes down to it, Jamaicans will get together. Common Jamaicans. Because we are the only ones who really care about us. Right? That's why when we have one of us in the government, we better not farm fool ourselves and lose that. Right? The Mark Goldens, they never grew up having to deal with these things. And we know that whether JLP or PNP, if you're a JLP and your PNP neighbor in a problem, should this thing come, help them out. If you're a PNP and a JLP, help them out. Remember, it's country and people first. The PNP love talk about the word is love, but the JLP shows that the action is love. Right? The JLP is about love in action, not in words. Right? Take care of the community. Take care of one another. Look out for one another. The community is for everybody. You understand me? If your neighbor zinc, fly off, road block and you can't pass, not because your yard gate clear up, that don't mean to say other people not in a little problem that they can't use some help. You understand me? This is a good time to remember that the man them supposed to be useful. Big up to all of the old school man them in a Jamaica who always did it with a one mechanic who go help you when the car broke down. You understand me? The man who go help you to batten down the zinc and he not charge you no big price like what you have to do. Anything you need for doing in them country, you have to find top dollars to do it, you know. If you don't have insurance and all of them things there. Jamaica is still a country whereby we will get together. So we want to keep that Jamaica. We don't want no Jamaica where we have people like a Mark Golden who just believe in a divide and conquer and to let you believe that everything is about politics. No, this is not about politics. This is us talking about responsible behavior. Because responsible behavior it never goes out of style. You understand me? I said to you. So, the PNP, Andrew did promise he would meet with the opposition. We just saw the update. He met with the opposition. Mark Golden knows exactly what the plan is. There are plans with all the professionals in place. So there are many things that we know ahead of time so that when the complaints come, should the situation take place, when the complaints come, we know who is just using the complaints as a matter of politics. And this is how we stay ahead of the game. Again, this is one of the reasons why I don't come live and I don't put out as many videos during these times. Why I don't do it? You understand me? First of all, the whole heap of politicking, and sometimes we can't touch on everything, but we have to use the energy for the things that truly matter. Again, remember, the JLP won the election. You understand me? And somebody said PNP a copycat. That was earlier on, right? Somebody said Marky G was not at Heroes Day event. Those things. When our granny never used to tell us, said, take sleep, mark death. Come on, man. Marky G not showing up at these events, and because of politics, you know, a lot of people turn a blind eye to it. Let Marky G disrespect. The other day, when Juliet Holness put down her feet in Parliament, big up to Juliet Holness. I saw some very disrespectful comments from people in some comment section, you know, as they address Juliet Holness. I'm going to shake my head and say, some of them people I can't tame. On saw Tufton, again, 10 story in a one. We see Tufton came out and Tufton talk about the kind of things that people are writing about him. You know? Disgusting, disrespectful things. And many Jamaicans are like this. And Mark Golden and PNP, because power is so important to them, They are willing to throw away the whole value system that we grew up under. Right? They're ready to throw away our values, our national events, our national pride, our national icons. They're willing to throw away everything that makes us uniquely Jamaican. Right? And in the name of PNPism, they're willing to do it. They don't care. Right? Again, when you deal with them, you have to know. That's why I do 10 stories in a one show. So if you are more of the meticulous type, like the Virgo them, like Virgo people them who want all their details, all their facts and details lined up in a row, all your ducks in a row, you can't get a steady show a break for now. Right? Because my show is, my style of content is, we look at the broad picture and we pick out, because 4 years is a long time. Right? That's why I'm glad to see the younger ones running with the politics now, running far ahead. Them for do it. I give a whole heap of years to the corporate world, dealing with the same kind of unruly hardies people them. Years of my life me give to that. Right? Now me I go a little easier. You understand me? I have a young wife and a young baby. You understand me? And we have other plans. So this is me living a different part of my life now. I am not in a warrior stage when it comes on to the politics. And I've done a lot of research and a lot of studies. And I'm glad that if you've been watching the show, if you're new, right? And so you listen to me, and I sound like it makes sense. Or I sound like me too wobbly, but it look like me, I look a sense. You can go back and watch my previous shows and you will understand the depth of research and analysis that we've done on PNP. But now I'm going to necessarily come back and reanalyze everything that we done talk about already. That kind of information, Dede. We are in a new season. Thanks be to the JLP content creators, including, you understand me, the PNP content creators who move over to the JLP side. You understand me? I said to you, everybody who decided that this is the way to go, and the level of research and knowledge, you go at JPU, you go 411, you go Karen, you go Dujan, you go Protecting JA, you go Jamaica 87, you go Munchie B, you go the one them on TikTok or whatever, Father Rusty, them at work, the JLP at work, information is out there. Follow them, follow everybody who is with it and get this information, because PNP, they're coming back stronger. Because you have to understand that PNP is in a lost place right now, you know. Because PNP, they've never dealt with 3 consecutive terms in office. I remember we not even reached 2 months in the 3 consecutive terms yet, you know. So what you're seeing right now, you know, is this, they're still in that stage of panic and fright. They're still in that stage of remorse. They're still in that stage of grieving. A lot of content creators talk about this. You know. They're still in that stage. And the other day, when you see them walk out and then do everything, what they wanted to do was to find a way to flip the narrative, you know. They want some kind of attention on themselves and to look strong, because they've been under the JLP had them foot on them, you know. So that's why you see them you know, a wall on a go. And you see Mark Golden is a man where Mark Golden is a mud hogging man. Right? And when I say he's a mud hog, I talk about he's a mud hog politician. You notice how many opportunities are there for them to contribute to meaningful debate. But every time they get an opportunity, them go back into the mud. It's not because they Really see a big problem, you know. They see it as political strategy. As soon as the one of them stage the walk out, you see a bag of them on social media doing the cover your ass things again. By the way, cover your ass, it is going to be something that we're going to talk about in this season. We never spoke about that last season. Because now we're dealing with more of them in the thing. By the way, let's people look a game since we just a talk right now. See? Make sure you hit the like button, right? Anybody notice when the one where win over Norman Dunn seat name again? That one there way. No matter how much time Juliet tell him to answer the question. Christopher Brown, how much time she tell him. Follow, you understand me? Follow the protocol of the standing order, right? How many times? Honestly, we do a video on it. Video did very well on Facebook, very well on TikTok. And as I explained to some people, when I do those short form videos, I put the same video on Facebook, Reels, TikTok, and sometimes it's way more people because that is how I also win a lot more young people watching the content. So you can follow the Steady Show on TikTok and you can follow Steady JA on Facebook. Because sometimes I post something over there. You understand me? And well, we don't necessarily post on YouTube because a lot of times it's just on the go. But you can catch me there, so. You understand me? I said to you. People who probably want to send something, remember the number is still here. 876-251-3028. By the way, big up to all the people them who've been checking in. Me and Father Paul had a great conversation last week. Talk to Father Trent. Big up to all the people who forward in a day on my phone and they say, you know, hail up steady, long time when I see you. Big up to those who come here and they do it as well. You understand me? Let me tell you, so this is my favorite time of the year, right? Our favorite time of the year based on where we live. So when it comes on, I explained this to some people last year. So when it comes to this time of the year, we literally get me and wife being two planners, you know. You understand me? We usually, by this time of the year, we usually start reflecting on what we would have achieved over the months leading up to the end of the year. All right, towards the end of the year, now we are look at vacation and we are look at things that we want to do, plans, you know what I say? Yeah, man. Anniversary coming up in a December, you understand me? Whole heap of things. So this time of year, we're more personal. So today I was walking around and I said, these leaves, them too fall off of the tree, you know. You understand me? So let me catch some sights. So I'm probably doing more video where I'm probably, when I'm walking, those short videos, just capture some scenes and do some different things. So I probably won't be doing as much things out of the studio unless, of course, is this kind of stuff. Of course, I will be here from time to time, but I believe in working and I believe in playing, right? So this is more my play time of the year. So last year, we're going hard leading up to the election. That's the work we put in, right? Mr. Dujan, I beat the thing day and night and big up to Dujan and the growth of the channel. You understand me? Dujan is a Capricorn, you know, and Capricorns are the hardest working in the zodiac. Again, you can come at me. I am not a Capricorn, and I'm saying that. So, you see, Vibes Cartel, for instance, is a Capricorn. Denzel Washington is a Capricorn. Tyrese is a Capricorn. They're workers. You understand me? So I love that. I love to see the growth. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I see Dujan carrying it. I see everybody working. I think they say Karen is a Capricorn too, you know. So these are some real talent, you know. You understand me? And the JPU, I heard her say she's a Virgo. No, that's why she's so great with details. That's why JPU is great with the details and she's great and she's on top of the information. We're earth signs, you know, the Capricorns, the Virgo, and then the Taurus. The thing with the Taurus now is we have a lazy side to us. We get the job done and we move on to some. So my thing is I'm a goal person, right? So we get lazy, you know. I just start. It's a lot of things that I've had to learn. And I'm gonna give you an example, even though I usually don't talk my personal business, but how many weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago, I went to change. We went to change oil. Wife drive her vehicle, me drive my vehicle. You understand me? I said to you. And two away I changed oil one time. And one of the vehicle them will go there. The person say, "Hey, it looks like you're having a leak under this one. It's nothing major, you know, your oil pan gasket looks like there's a concern." Right? This is a steady family talk now, see? So I love to jump on top of things, you know. And another day I will tell you what taking extreme precaution did, but that's for another day, right? But this situation, so the dealer lives, the ball lives. The dealer is about what, 9 minutes from where I am or whatever. You understand me? Run go to the dealer. No, I'm learning this. So I had to call Father Paul for this one, though, right? So they scanned the whole. I told them what the problem was. It wasn't major, right? Scanned the vehicle, and I noticed I'm not going on and I know nothing extra now. When I look at the bill, I might look, I won't quote me again. Come back with a lot of recommendations, you know. This is going to be about, it's on this phone, so I can't get it right now. This is going to cost me about 2,000, was it 2,300? Let's just put it 2,003 to 6 or whatever. But only for thousands. So I said, for what? Do you start the third, whatever? I said, no, this doesn't make no sense. But now I'm concerned. Of course, there's nothing wrong with the vehicle, the regular oil change, right? So now I said, let me go on YouTube and see what I go on. Then I find out, say, okay, this is a regular practice of many dealers, right? Didn't know. I say, oh, and then I decided to look at Google to say what goes on at this dealership. And when I see the reputation that this dealership has, you know, I say, no. The first thing I do, I take my vehicle from them. You understand me? I say, how much to scan the vehicle? Them say, it end up being about closer to $300. But take my vehicle from them. And I remember we had an old mechanic that we had stopped using for whatever reason, right? And I recall it. I said, let me go down here, so. Go down there and say, hey, this is the complaints that I got. You understand me? So I explained to him. I said, where's the vehicle? I said, this is a vehicle. Because I'm driving that particular vehicle. He said, put it up on the stand. When they look at the stand, all that happened was there were the bolts or whatever, they were loose. That was causing me a leak. And I say, go on with your vehicle. No oil, no leak or whatever. So I said, how much? He said, no, it's for free. So me didn't know shock. I said, what? The man said, hey, we got somebody who wants to go on the ramp. So move out your vehicle. Free. Drove away. Not that there was problems before. And I said, you really pay for what you don't learn in this place. So I reached out to my brother, Father Paul. Now, Father Paul is now letting me know that them have 6 prices depending on who the customer is. That is how many dealers function. And everybody knows these stories better than I do. I'm just saying I'm stumbling into this now. And I say, you really pay for what you don't know. But that got me looking into a lot of different things that I would just, because I haven't been living here long enough to know everything. But sometimes you're in a bubble, but that thing frightened me. And I say, okay, you will make people pay for what they don't know. So now I'm studying different things and I'm putting my efforts into different things, right? But I'm still scanning the politics. Still scanning the politics. You understand me? And if I don't catch it now and it's important, I will watch it and I get the facts and I come back. But this is not the season or the year or the time yet. We have a long way to go. This is the time now where who gonna make sure them get a house under this government, get a house? Who gonna make sure them establish a business? You do it. This is the time now to do the work, to lay the foundation, because I'm telling you, Jamaica, and this is the time to be smarter about the politics, because If we ever farm fool ourselves, and make PNP win the election, I'm telling you, every single day I am digging into a lot of things about this, and I am seeing a lot of parallels between how people vote and the outcome of their voting decision, and how some people refuse to vote for what is right. I'm saying to you, it all matters at the end of the day. It will determine the kind of prices you're paying in the supermarkets, how much you pay for gas, how much you pay for eggs. It is going to matter who you vote for. So when I said to you, Jamaica, we're in a good place right now, and I'm saying, like me, sometimes just be steady. Be responsible, do what you must do. Don't party with the rent and don't eat off all of your money, right? And when you do your part, you will be able to see what the government is doing. There's been funds to take care of Jamaica, especially in the PNP-led municipalities and constituencies. There's always been money. There's always been the potential for money to generate money and to put money to good use. But unfortunately, we've been voting for the wrong reasons, right? And that is what we need to tackle going into the next election, because PNP, they're going to come with a mixture of the accusations. And you notice them, because Nikisha Burchell pretty and look good now. Yeah, be it what it be. They might make sure she out there in the information thing. And she has sit down side of this one and she has sit down side of that one. All these things are a part of the politics, folks. PNP is rebranding themselves for political power, and they are starting early. But I'm saying, do not get distracted. The media is going to put out a lot of news out there that don't represent the truth. The media continues to give PNP a whole lot of press time. The media continues to downplay the positive things that the government is doing, and to put the spotlight on PNP to let them look like they're more engaged and they're more stronger and they would be better. No, and so it goes. It's all a part of the politics. This season, we're not going to be focusing on Dayton and Mark and Bunting and the risers and what the risers did to the old PNP. No, the risers have won that battle against the old PNP. And PNP, a lot of them are still back together. So this season, we have to more than just resist PNP. We also have to educate JLP. And the government ministers, just like our brother Desmond came out this morning and talked about the 13 sources of funding. We want to hear and we want to see more communication from the JLP about what PNP are getting at them hand and what they're doing with it and what they're not doing with it. And we want that out there in the ear. So we want JLP for the fourth term. We cannot just work. We have to work and talk. Work and talk. Work and video. And when your name get called up in a mix-up, make sure you address it in a timely manner. Talk to me. But we're over the time. You understand me? We've gone through the advice stages. Let me hear what the people are saying. I'm going to close this thing. I see people are still here. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm getting ready to close, right? Somebody said, just love people. Yeah, I said they are trying to turn Parliament into comedy bus. Absolutely. Raucous behavior. PNP traveled the world for years, and the PM took a few weeks and done them. That is it. Them get heart attack. You understand me? Somebody said, what about Libran steady? PB, we know Librans already, the charming ones in the zodiac. But you Librans are something else whether they're ready to, You don't think you have balance everything, but a lot of times things are off balance. But the most likable, the most charming, and some of the smartest people in the zodiac. You understand me? I'm not an astrologer. You understand me? Some people say PNP can't believe the crowd that followed PM Holness. He lost many seats. You understand me? Somebody says talk through Mr. Steady. You understand me? But family, listen. Thank you so much, man, for forwarding. We talk about a lot of things just as a family. I'm getting ready, getting used to just working up here. So again, while my son ready in tear up the whole studio daily. Him tear up the whole place daily. I had to get back everything together and plug out everything, him do everything. You understand me? I'm very busy. So sometimes it's easier just to turn on the phone and talk, right? But as a general rule, family, take precautions. You understand me? Watch the channels that are out there telling us what to do. Follow the Prime Minister. Take care of your families. You understand me? And pray. And let us hope that this one passes over Jamaica. And even if it comes, let's hope that at some point it slows down, right? Measures have been put into place. We have responsible government. But the first and the most important thing right now is that we are taking precautions, yeah? Taking precautions to protect life and property. I'm sure it's late right now. You understand me? So most people should be inside. By the way, is it raining in Jamaica? Can you let me know? Is it raining all over Jamaica right now? What's happening in Jamaica? Is it raining? Can you tell me if you're in Jamaica? Let me know if it's raining or anything. I will go ahead and do my checks. You understand me? But family, please stay safe. And let us hope that every update will come with, you understand me, better news about. Somebody said not in New Kingston vicinity. Thank you, Valentina. Anybody else? If it's raining, you understand me, you let me know. If it's not, continue to pray, continue to stay safe, and don't take no risk. Somebody said my rain stop now. All right, respect for that. Anybody else with rain? No rain in Mullines Road area. Thank you. You understand me? Check in for over Jamaica, man. We done the show done now, but let me know what's going on. We just wanted to talk about the things that we're likely to hear about in the event this thing comes, right? And we want to stay away from that and stay on the right track. So it's good that no rains. You understand me? Rain some places, rain stop. Let us hope that the threat will go away. Let's hope that we will never get to experience the full force of what is said to be, you understand me, on the way. So family, thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to everybody again. You understand me? I'm gonna big up on yourself. Enough love every time. I will be watching what's going on. And now that we're in the season, you understand me? Definitely will check in again just to find out what's going on. But for now, stay safe and take good care. Blessed love, heart of love. Remember to pray for Jamaica land we love. You understand me? Enough love, family. God bless you all. And thank you for stopping by. Blessings. Steady.